Hi, I'm Lucy from Sew Essential and I'm here today to show you my latest make, which is the Lois dress by Tessuti patterns. So this is the first pattern I've made by Tessuti and I have to say I was super impressed. I was just so delighted. They totally lived up to my expectations. So let me just give you a little twirl. So this is the Lois dress. You can see it comes to about a mid-calf length on me, so it's a proper midi length. It's got this lovely V-neck front, which is finished with a bias binding which crosses over at the front and is stitched down. It's got grown-on sleeves with a little cuff to finish the hem. And the seam line under the bust is a diagonal like so. It's got two little bust darts. It's a very sort of vintage sort of style, a comfortable loose fit, and then there's no centre front seam and there's no centre back seam, because what's really clever about this pattern that kind of threw me a little bit when I first was looking at the pattern pieces, I looked at the back panel and I thought, oh goodness me, that is not going to be wide enough for the back of my body, but actually it's a little narrow back panel down the back. And then the front piece comes round and wraps round, and then you've got these two seams on the skirt. The bodice is all in one piece, but the skirt has got these two seams that run down there, and then the front wraps round to join those. But what's really clever about the pattern is that there are darts on the hip here and here which give the dress its shape, so you get all the benefits of having no centre front or centre back seam, thanks to the little darts on the side and the clever wraparound piece at the front, which I really like that construction. I think it's really inventive, it's a really clever idea, it makes for an interesting sew as well. I just want to show you the full length of the dress here. So but yeah, it makes for a really interesting sew as well. So and it came together very, very quickly, but I'll talk to you about that more in a minute. So yeah, big tick in the box from me for Tessuti patterns. We stock the full Tessuti range on our website, and I have stocked up on this pattern because it has been so super popular since we started stocking it, and then with making this video I thought, you know, it's going to be probably really popular. So I have got extra stock in. I've ordered a load more of this gorgeous viscose twill polka dot fabric as well. I ordered a huge amount extra to what I normally would. That's ready on the shelves waiting, so if you want to recreate this project, check out the links below because I've stocked up on it all, so there should be plenty for everybody. But when I shared this on Instagram recently, it did go really quickly, so I just want to be honest about that, and just say if you do like it and you are interested, I would probably hurry up, but I have stocked up. I have got lots and lots of extra stock in for you all, but this viscose twill was perfect. It's a lovely weight, lovely drape and movement, perfect for this dress. And I just loved the way that classic polka dot, I think, kind of goes really nicely with the sort of vintage style of the dress, nice and timeless as well. And then with regards to the pattern, just a few words about Tessuti patterns really, because it was the first time I'd made one. They come with a lovely colour A4 size booklet. The instructions have got colour photos in, so that's really nice and helpful when you're putting it together. The pattern pieces are on paper rather than tissue paper, so if you're someone who prefers that, that's another plus point. Easy to trace. I usually cut my pattern straight out, and then, you know, with it being paper, obviously it's not going to rip as easily as tissue paper. But yeah, instructions were really clear. I really like the whole process of it, and I just love the Tessuti designs because I just think they are so chic. Like, that is the epitome of them to me. They are chic, they are classic, they are, but having said that, they still have a modern contemporary feel. So definitely check them out. We've got the full range on the site. I can pop a link below for you. In terms of sizing, I cut a straight size 8, which is a 34 bust, 29 waist and 38 hip, which is about bang on my measurements. But when I looked at the finished garment measurements, it said that the finished waistline would be 30 inches, and I thought, oh, 1 inch ease, that seems quite snug to me. I thought, oh, I'm not sure if how that will be. So I did whip up a quick toile because it was the first time I'd made one of these patterns, and actually the straight size 8 was fine. You can see here I've got room to breathe, I've got room to eat, I've got room to move, so that was a pleasant surprise. In terms of other adjustments, I did my usual high round back and forward shoulder just because I've got a curvature at the top of my back, so I need to create a little bit of extra room there. There is a tutorial on our channel for how to do that. I can pop a link to that below for you. The other thing I did was the bust darts were too far out to the side for me. So I'm very small busted, and very often bust darts are in the wrong place for that reason. So I just moved them towards the centre, and I also shortened them as well. Shortening a bust dart is really, really easy, like moving the bust points. I shared a tutorial on our Instagram channel last week, I think, of doing it, something I quite commonly have to do. But yeah, they were relatively easy adjustments if you're an intermediate sewer like me, or an advanced sewer, and you know, for a lot of people that wouldn't be necessary at all. That's just because I'm quite small busted, and I just felt that those darts could be in a better position. I could have got away with it how it was because it is a loose fit and it's like quite forgiving, but I am a bit of a perfectionist with that sort of things, and I quite enjoy having a mess around and experimenting. So and you know, you could just do what I did, make a toile and have a play around and experiment. So yeah, they were all the adjustments that I made. In terms of construction, it was a really quick, simple sew for me. I think the trickiest parts were the neckline is finished with a bias binding, which is easy, but it sort of overlaps at the front and you have to stitch that down. That can be a little bit fiddly, but nothing majorly difficult really. I found it pretty easy. And then the other thing is just inserting the zip into one of the darts on the side of the dress. That could be, I was sort of thinking, oh, I've never done that before, will that be tricky? But actually I followed the incredibly good instructions in the booklet and it just went super smoothly. It wasn't a problem at all, and it was really enjoyable because it was something new and different to try. So that was that. And other than that, really, I've just got good things to say. I mean, I haven't got anything bad to say about this dress. I absolutely love it. I think I will get so much wear out of it. I'm actually going down to London today to the Serpentine, which is at Hyde Park, I think, and I'm going to Soho House beforehand to meet up with some friends and just for like a work thing. But I'm planning on wearing this, but equally I would quite happily wear this during the day to work. I would wear it, I mean, it's a work event today, it's smart enough for that, but then also just with some casual flip-flops, you know, I'd quite happily wear this to go out with my friends during the day at the weekend, take the kids to different places. It really is a lovely, comfortable, easy to wear, easy to sew if you're, you know, if you've got some basic sewing knowledge. I would say a beginner, you could do it. There might be a couple of things that might be a bit tricky for you, but certainly if you're a relatively experienced sewer, you can whip this up really quickly. And it's just got some lovely design details, a great pleasure to sew. You might learn a few new things along the way. So huge tick in the box from me. As I said at the start of the video, you can find the links to the pattern, the fabric, all the Tessuti range on our website. I'll pop the links in the description below. If you like what you see today, please like and subscribe, because every Friday I bring you a video packed full of sewing goodness. And do also check out the link to sign up for our newsletter below. We send you a weekly newsletter full of sewing inspiration straight to your inbox. So I hope you've enjoyed that today, and I'll look forward to seeing you all next time.